What's going on, everybody? Oh man, what a day to be late on a day where we have so much to talk about, so much to get into. All the latest news dropped today. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous amount of info came out of Kabam today. Easily by far the biggest news day I think ever in the history of Marvel Contest of Champions. Bigger than 12.0. I mean, well, it's actually 12. I don't know. 12.0 was maybe larger for a different reason, but anyway, let's get into it all, guys. Let's talk it up. Dark, I went through with the quickness. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Robert Stromberg also sent $100. Sorry, dude. So close, yet so far. William Papp sending over a couple as well. Once again, sorry, man. So close. Almost beat Dark, but not quite. Not quite. But alright, what's up, everyone? RIP arenas for progressing players? Why? Why do you say that? Because there's only going to be the Summoner arena? We'll have to see, but I don't think that... I think it's going to be better. I think the system's going to be better. I don't think it's intended to screw anybody over. We'll see, though, because I don't know what the actual, like, you know, the milestones themselves are. I only know whatever Kabam showed in that, the roadmap. Sorry. Oh, there we go. My desk had moved. Fixed it. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be better. That's what it feels like, at least. All right. Let's get a tweet out real quick. Hang on. But I do want to talk about all that stuff tonight, which is exactly what I'm going to say in the tweet. Dearest chat Marvel champions. A little laggy. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly from today's roadmap. I want to hear your opinions on it all. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly from today's roadmap. I want to hear your opinions on it all. Tweet. Alright. Yeah, man, all opinions welcome. I know. I might be disagreeing with some of them. But I'm sure some of you guys would be disagreeing with some of my opinions. So, hey, man, as long as we keep it civil, let's chat about it all, man. Static and Nova 5. Thank you, dude. Saying Kabam stole all my ideas. They should pay me. Also, Collector with 3-star Clops sucked. I believe it. I fully believe it. Oh, man. Static, thank you for the 5, dude. Yeah, that'll update in a moment. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I fully believe that certain ones totally sucked. I haven't done any of them. Of course, I'll be streaming them when I do them, but zero doubts in my mind. Kabam stole more than just your ideas. They stole a few people's ideas, you know. But I think that's ultimately for the best. Listen to what the players want, kind of thing, you know. Think you missed Williams' $1? I didn't, unless there was a message that I missed, because I saw both of those super chats. BG, how are the arenas gonna affect battle chips and units from them? So, unit wise, there's more units, just barely. It's essentially this. It's virtually the same, but they wanted to add 5 units to the amount of milestones if you grind every single milestone, probably just so that they could say, like, you know, they don't have to deal with anyone saying you're screwing us out of units kind of thing. So yeah, like all the milestone stuff, it's still there. It's just that it's grouped in the same arenas. The only thing that concerns me about that, so I do have a concern, and I didn't want to get into it during the roadmap because, you know, I figured we'd be talking about this stuff, and that video was already long as hell. Mathematically, I don't know how it's going to work. Obviously, because you're going to be using 4 to 6-star champions for those arenas, the players with more 6-star champions will be able to get points faster. So I don't know how they've balanced it all out. We'll have to see on that front. That stuff I don't have info on, but we'll see. We shall see. I think overall the system is much improved, though, to be honest. As long as all the, like, oh man, I say it's much improved, but what if they like tripled the amount of score that you need to get? It's actually just the worst thing ever. Angel of Death sent an over buck though. Thank you, dude. Saying BG. Fun fact: MCOC, Liu Kang. You're just saying Liu Kang. I thought you were saying like the actor's name. Anyway, Liu Kang murders the 5.3.1 challenge. P.S. Insert joke here. Boo. There we go. I inserted the boo. I believe it, dude. He's a pretty sick 3-star. That's good timing on them to give that out. MSD sent an over buck as well. Saying, Twitter Brian, before the crowd gets too loud, I must warn you, what you see could cause future panic. Okay. I'm interested. What do we have here? You made a grave error, one that you cannot repair. The brutality that will stalk the soul of the contest will be irreparable. You have opened the gate, and now I possess the lock and key. Darling, you have no idea what's possible. Run. While I was reading that, I didn't even pay attention to the actual video itself. Is this about to be ridiculous damage? Let's find out. Dude, your Shang-Chi is not even fully leveled up, I noticed. And that was solid. I hope the 1% thing ain't back. Because I noticed that was just happened to be 1%. Maybe just a coincidence, perhaps. But it's looking good, MSD. It's looking real good, dude. Real good. But what's up, Karate Mike, man? So yeah, you've been doing these challenges. I really haven't touched any of them yet. I'm probably going to do a stream tomorrow. I don't know which ones I'm going to start with. I want the shards the most, so I will probably be targeting all of the shards. But I'm going to slow play it. I'll probably make a video talking about it, but I won't be going for the profile pick. That's going to be out of my reach. Like, I could get it, but I'd rather just spend the units on the up-and-coming arenas, so... all right, easy. Seeing over $1.50 with a salt shaker saying, okay, brain, Twitter, please. Easy. What do we got? Actually, let me do some auto fighting, man. My energy is capped out at the moment. Let's auto fight it up. Let me hop into heroic real quick. Easy. Half me grinding for Iron Man 7. What? Wow. Also me pulling early access crystals. Wow. Well, congrats on duping him. Because that's a get and dupe right there. Oh man, that's funny the way it worked out. Wow. That half was 1 out of 2, but like for the tweets, I realized after the fact. I didn't realize while I was reading it. But damn, dude. That's pretty crazy. Grats on the grind. Still. Alright, let me grab a path real quick. Oh, whoops. Didn't even let me pick. Okay, we got anything at all. Any items. Toss me a revive. Oh, there's a lot of rings here. Let's go. Just double checking. Yeah, we're going C. Okay, cool. All right, James, and over a buck, saying I'm very skeptical of this Relic system. If they change up the game drastically, I will probably quit. Yeah, I hear you. I think there's a lot of people who think the same. I'm praying they don't screw it up. I love this game. Same. Same. I hope they don't screw it up. I do think it is possible to screw it up, but here's the thing. They're starting out slowly with it. So I think if people don't like it, maybe it'll be like what they did with Root. I think they're very cautious to introduce a system like this because, I mean, they've been it's been like in the game files since literally the 12.0 that item systems were going to exist in the there was a different version of MCOC. By the way, what's up, Frojo? I saw you in the chat here. Speaking of Frojo, he's the one that originally shared like the Chinese version of the game that had a gear system, and that system did not look very good. And Kabam had always said that was not the plan for this game. I don't know what their exact plan was for this game, but they've been talking about an item system for literally over 4 years now. So I think they're also pretty hesitant about it. So I think they know it needs to be handled delicately, to say the least. So we'll see exactly how it looks. They did mention this. They did mention it was going to have similar like mastery type effects, which doesn't give us a ton of info to go by. But I think, at least it sounds like they want to stay in that area and not necessarily have it be like a full-on gear system that you'd see in other games. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. I'm pumped for something new. I think different forms of progress are really fun, but I understand not being so open to the idea for some people. And like I said too, I'm still a little bit hesitant of it as well. Just because, of course, man, I don't want anything bad to happen in this game, but I think ultimately it's going to be good. Chris, CN05 saying messages from yesterday to a certain someone are still in play. Yes. Chris, I sent him a message. I mean, we could still keep it in play, yeah. But I actually sent him a message. I didn't tell him it was from you. He sent me a message. Basically it went like this. He sent me a message and I was like, oh good, you're alive. Join AQ. So yeah. Dark L Dragons, yeah, no bug saying hello BG. Okay, let's discuss Dev Diary for a minute. I'm concerned about the arena. If there are death matches, then won't be able to get all unit milestones for my lower account. Sorry, I ate way too much food before the stream tonight, so I had to burp for a second. Okay, hold on though. Concerned about the arena. If there are death matches, then won't be able to get all unit milestones for my lower account. I hadn't really considered the deathmatch thing. I wonder if they're doing away with the death matches, because they talked about doing away with death matches at one point. But I hadn't thought about that. Huh. Don't have enough 5 and 6 stars to cover both arenas for milestones. Feels like it'll be more grindy. You know, I hadn't considered that. That's a good point. I don't know how that's gonna go, but that is a good point. I'm really curious to see the way the milestones break down, because if it does break down that like the lower milestones are easier to get, as if players were just using 4-star champions to get them, then maybe it'll be faster, kind of the same way that like even if you couldn't hit all the milestones, maybe it'd be faster to scoop up the easy ones the same way it is in like the alpha arenas. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, but that's an interesting point. Definitely a good point. Oh, my wife's in the chat saying, "Hey Brian, big fan, long time stalker." This is true, can confirm. What side do you think is your best side? The underside. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. Top side, maybe? I have many sides. How many sides does like a ball shape have? Like an egg. I'm basically a big egg, I think.
The man loves beans.
So it's already known he's got a lot of side ladies. Just trying to get him to clean the damn house. Well, can't expect too much, you know. Easy, saying over $1.50 with the hot dog, saying, Brian, I think it's going to be interesting to see cutoffs. Yes, very. Part of me thinks they'll be higher because most people will be going for the 6-star, even though there will be 400 5-stars given out versus 300. Thoughts? I don't think they'll be higher for the 5-star champion at all. I think they'll be significantly lower because it's not just 400 that are being given out, it's 800. This is a massive increase from 300 to 800 for 5-stars. And then, of course, from 0 to 200 for the 6-stars. Let me just hop into war real quick. Okay, never mind. I wanted to see if I needed to move up, but I'm good. I didn't have the energy to take that blank spot before. But, all right, we're good here. Let's... AQ... I can hold off on Section 3 later. Let's go hit the arena. So yeah, I think the 5-star cutoffs are going to drop significantly. Of course, it might depend on the arena. There might be some different arenas out there that, you know, there's always those anomalies with the arena where there's a super hype champion or something like that. It could happen. But I think the total number of prizes that go out is actually going to keep the scores down significantly for the 5-stars. And I think the 6-stars, I think they're going to be through the roof, but not always. Because there's going to be a lot of people that think to themselves, okay, you know, Shang-Chi is looking crazy, right? So let me grind for him in the arena, and his score is going to be high. But then there's also going to be another crowd that's going to say, okay, Shang-Chi is crazy, his arena score is going to be high. Let me see if I can get him. Okay. Sorry, Laura, shout at me. I think there's going to be a lot of people that will say, well, I'll just wait and see if I get him from the crystals. And then if I don't get him from the crystals, 6 months from now, I'll grind for him in the I'll grind for him in the basic arena. I almost called it the 5-star basic arena, but it's not. Just grind for him in the basic arena. So you're not necessarily committed to going for him this first round, which is especially helpful too if you're like, dude, the hypest champion ever comes around and you're going on vacation and your significant other would literally murder you if you were like, let me grind for this champion right now. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird to get used to, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be so interesting, actually. All right, hold on, Laura. What are you saying in the chat here? I was gonna say the top side as well for my best side. Oh wait, here we go. Have a good night, everyone. I just wanted to make a point that I made earlier that I watched Brian do dumb poop in front of the camera from the other room. She's not lying. Oh man. Don't get married, everyone. Just kidding. It's actually good. All right, Mr. 87 said it over buck saying, BG, when he grinds for 6-star Shang-Chi, us, what did it cost? BG, 31,095 units. Also be careful, someone called Laura Grant is stalking you. Oh, dude, I'm on it. She even changed her last name to yours and took a picture of your dog. Dude, that is messed up. I'll let the authorities know immediately. Arrest her. The mothers and over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying Venom the Duck fact. Venom the Duck invented sandwiches. He needs a way to stop hunger while fighting off hordes of the frost giants. Surprisingly, he hates grilled cheese sandwiches. He's lactose intolerant. Tweet, tweet. All right, dude. Sweet Venom the Duck facts. Let's check it out. Do we have a... Hold on a sec. Double check in. Under Mother, I can't seem to find yours. I do see this from, real quick, from Robert Stromberg here. Getting that torch ranked up. Very nice, dude. Very, very nice. Must have just overlooked it because I know you've sent a bunch of tweets in the past. No, I've got nothing though, dude. You might need to send it again or something. I've got nothing here. For whatever reason. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Statics and over another 5 saying I'm so glad I got all those calves. 32 teams now. Dang, dude. Also, I used my 1 to 2 from the challenge on Odin. Relic has changed. You know, I haven't even messed with the change yet. There's been so much going on. I still have yet to check him out. He's the only one that I haven't checked out of these most recent reworks. But I gotta give him a go. I mean, I have him at 565, so might as well. But yeah, dude, those 32 teams are gonna help a lot. What's up, Dragon, by the way? And I hope the amount of rounds don't go up for the same amount of units and shards. I hope so too, Hinach. Definitely is a little bit of a concern, but it seems like they were trying to keep it the same. It's just I don't know how the math exactly is going to work. Will it even be worth it to run 4 or 5 stars in the new arenas? I think it'll be worth it to run 5 stars. I mean, until you get to the point where your 6-star roster is just bananas, which, now that I think about it, maybe, I mean, okay, let's think about it. If it is the same scores and stuff, you can get all the milestones in the 5-star featured arena right now for, if you ran them once a day, if you had 60 6-star champions, you get all the milestones. So if you just ran your 6 stars twice a day, that would be all the milestones in both arenas. I don't know. I really don't know how this is gonna work. I have no idea. I don't know how many units are tied to like the summoner. What's it called? The summoner trials. Which, by the way, that arena is still capped out at 4 stars at the highest. So 4 stars, I don't think will ever be useless in the arena from that perspective. A lot of people already stopped using 4 stars in the higher arenas as it is. I don't know. I really don't know how all this is gonna work. I'm just excited for the change, to be honest. Okay, Under Mother, found ya. Dear Bryanthulus, Granthomulus. I think that's how you say that. Something great happened today. Also more art. Okay. Whoa, dude. Yeah, I thought I saw that. You got both out of the... This was just out of like the 5 crystals, right? From like the whatever package, the early access bundle. You got 2 different Nexus crystals. And oh, look at the doggo. Very nice, dude. This is something that would scare the hell out of me and would intimidate me to the point where I would have to give up drawing. Just trying to make like fur. I don't know why it just seems so hard to make it look like fur, but it actually looks like fur, you know. I always just drew like random little lines, and they never at all even came close to looking like actual fur. But nice, dude. MSD sending over another buck as well. Saying. Shang-Chi fact number 1. BG, did you know that Shang-Chi can technically stack infinite amounts of slow, cleanse, and can almost stun lock? How is this so? Simple. Use his first strike and end all of your next combos with light attacks. So your special one trigger the max potency of the debuff you want. Infinite slow, infinite cleanse. Much fun. Okay. Dude, out of all the things to happen today, I completely forgot that all the content is out for Shang-Chi now too. So he's pretty legit, huh? I mean, not that we needed content to come out from the CCP since you got your early access bundle, MSD, but yeah, man. So this is what I was kind of hinting at yesterday, which was that he is the first arena champion. He is a legit beast. I was, of course, contemplating on going for him. Still am to some extent, but I'm kind of interested in testing the waters in the Falcon arena. Falcon is, of course, a good champion who I don't have either, and I feel like his score has to be lower than Shang-Chi's, right? So I probably won't be grinding for the new guy. And I'll probably just pick up, well, still new reworked guy in Falcon. But yeah, man, he sounds really good. Sounds really, really good. BG, I don't think I've ever been as excited for an arena change as I am for these ones coming up. We'll be able to grind for 6-star champs. That's amazing. It really is, Dragon. Oh my god, it really is. What's up, Pixie Bell? I'm watching BG now, and the Hubs is watching the video BG made earlier. Must have an obsession with Baldykins. Careful. It's infectious. Bo, sending over Buck, by the way. What up, Bo? Saying, hey, BG, who are the Canadian tag champs? I don't have that tag. So let's go visit this little website I just found called AMA. If you click on the more filters here, we need the Canadian leaf right here. And that'll pull up all of these guys, all the Canadians. So yeah, I imagine, I know Karate Mike did his run already, and I wasn't there for it. I imagine he used Sabretooth and Sasquatch combo. Kind of curious if there was any Guardian action involved. I mean, I'm sure Guardian was on the team because of the synergy and stuff like that too, but these are all the champs that you can use. If I'm mistaken, and maybe he used Guardian or something like that, someone let me know. Actually, I'll probably just take a peek at his stream later on. Maple Leaf Buddy, yeah. Fluffy Monster sent over buck saying, Beaver, hi, how are you? Haha, yeah, that is pretty funny. You're a funny guy. What? Anyways, now that I have my serious face back, I want to get into serious business. Do you remember that seriousness that happened at Serious Con? Me neither. Happy birthday, Fluffy Monster. Thank you very much, Fluffy Monster. Even though it's not my birthday, I still appreciate the kind words. And that incident at Serious Con, listen, let the past be the past. You know, we all make mistakes. We all do things that we regret. And no one is going to remember you running through the crowd in your underwear. There was so much going on that day. It's no big deal. No biggie. But thank you for the buck, dude. Can anyone explain relics like any similar games have it? Not like they didn't really share that info. So we don't really know. I don't know if Kabam fully knows yet. I mean, I would hope they know, because they said it's coming later this year. But maybe they're still working on the fine tunings of it all, and maybe that's why they didn't have anything to necessarily share. Because I feel like if they did have something to share, maybe there'd be less cause for concern, or maybe more. I mean, who knows? But no, they didn't share anything on it, man. So we don't know. Maybe it's like other games, and maybe it's something totally unique. Juan Jr. sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey, BG, what do you think 5-star Shang-Chi will go for the new arena? Do you think it will be significantly lower? The 5-star, yeah, I think the 5-star will be maybe not significantly lower. Maybe not for this first one. Oh, man. I don't know. I do think it'll still be lower. I mean, there's going to be 500 total people getting the 6-star or 5-star version. So I do think it'll be lower. I don't think it'll be significantly lower, though. Could it potentially be higher if people who stopped grinding for champs are in and on going for the 6-star? I don't know. I don't know. I'll say I think the 5-star is maybe going to go for mid 50s, something like that. Keep in mind this. If you're not sure what kind of score you could put up or something like that, you could always sit out this first arena. You could wait for round 2, or you could actually wait until the champion comes back around as a basic champ. Ooh, cutoffs on screen, Hunter. Thank you very much. Yeah, I forgot the cutoffs. There we go. You could also wait. I mean, it'll be 6 months that goes by, but the 5-star will be available in the arena if you're thinking it's still out of reach. It's going to be such a crapshoot, total guessing game for early guesses in the arena. It's already so hard to guess these scores. This is going to be much more difficult even now. The Asian Carmichael and Overbuck saying, hey BG, so itemless Karina stream? Itemless? Dude, those challenges look like they're made to get you to use items. They're definitely not going to be itemless. I mean, 1 or 2 of them look like it could be done itemless. But the majority of them feels like they're going to take some items for sure. Which, by the way, the challenge modes themselves, I wanted to wait until they were out to talk more about them. I'm not 100% psyched about the Karina's challenge things that we have. I think in general it's good that we got it. It's better than not getting it, in my opinion. But you know, whenever I talked about challenge modes, first off, I actually prefer them to be more on the optional side, which means cosmetic rewards. But maybe Kabam didn't want to go that route because, funny enough, I'm not going for the cosmetic reward. I'm not going for the cheese profile pick. And I'm only going to be, you know, I'm going to knock all of them out. It's just I'm going to take my time with it. And maybe that's what they realized too, is like, well, we need people spending units. So here's actual progression-based rewards. But it's a little bit weird to me because then, like, why did they even nerf the story content? I thought they were nerfing content to make things more accessible and then bring out challenges that were more on the optional side. But these don't really feel so optional. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a weird dynamic to them. I'm more of a fan of like I think certain challenges in there are really cool. I'm less of a fan of just like using low star level champions to get through content. But overall I think it's good. And I might stream tomorrow a bit of the challenges. I don't know how many I'm planning on doing right away. Probably just as many as my item stash allows without dipping into units, and then I'll let my stash rebuild and I'll go back in and, you know, knock out a couple more challenges and just kind of keep that cycle going. Payne sent it over $1.50 with the deflated banana saying, do you think this arena change is really going to help your prestige? Yes, absolutely. Also in your video, did you really boo a dev? Not just any dev, the lead dev. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, I did. That joke was horrible. You had it coming. Oh man, dude, I've met a lot of the devs at Comic-Cons, by the way. Never met that one. So, like, slightly awkward, you know, when you get to know some of the, you know, you can tell the ones you could joke around with. You could tell the ones that maybe they actually hate your guts because you make videos just talking about how you don't like the things they make. You know, I mean, 99% of the time it's all good vibes, but you never know, man. Hopefully I didn't offend him with my boo, but he started it with that joke, so I don't care. But yeah, the arenas will help my prestige, absolutely, man. Right now I have 6 stones that are just sitting here. I can't realistically do anything with my skill 6 stones. Pumping them into Kingpin, who's my highest skill prestige champion at the moment, is only going to hurt me in the long run. Double grinding for a champion like Shang-Chi would allow me, a champion, to dump those resources in and you know, actually get my prestige. It's not going to catch me up. That's impossible. Not for a long time, at least. Not until we're knee deep in rank 4 champions, I'm sure. But it'll help, at least. It'll send me in the right direction. So Sour Cat sending over to them Canadian bucks saying, BG, tweet. Okay, sure. Let's see what we got here. Speaking of, BG, I wrestled this from the cold hard grip of Kabam. Did I do good? Yeah, man, as long as you still have your soul. I feel like you might have had to trade in your soul to get a brand new 6-star champion like this. A 6-star who's actually good too. So if your soul is still intact, then you did good. You did good, kid. You did good. But dude, congrats. Very nice, man. Very, very nice. Fire Falcon sent it over to as well, saying I spent $35 on this game before realizing what, just how much you spent, kind of thing, or is there part 1 of that? No part 1. Okay, so yeah, I guess you just mean without realizing you were actually spending money, huh? RIP 35 bucks, man. They got you good. What'd you get? Out of curiosity, you sign up for like the sigil or something without realizing? What's up, Pixie Bell? What do we have here? PG, you made the hubs gasp twice while watching your vid. What kind of voodoo doo-doo do you have on him? Voodoo doo-doo. I'm curious what he was gasping at. Was it something I said, or was it just reading the notes? I was gasping myself when I saw it. Static sent it over to the buck saying, BG, I say you go for the featured 6-star. Here's why. You have no other way of getting feature champs as they release. All the champs in the basic are also in crystals, and you have the roster to do it. Yeah, so here's my favorite part of the game. Well, one of my favorite parts of the game. Something that has been just absent for a long time now. I play this game a lot, but I'm very, very cautious to not burn myself out. And I know that you know, it's easy to burn yourself out on a game where you can just grind infinitely. I have enough champions where I could literally sit here for 24 hours a day until I passed out each day, just playing this game. And if I were to go for all of the 6-star champ, if I were to go for, well, yeah, let me say it that way. If I were to go for all the 6-star champions, then I would burn myself out. I wouldn't have enough time to do the other things in life that are important to me and all that good stuff. Wouldn't have time to make videos and everything. So I still have to be selective with who I'm going for. They still have to be the right champions. It's just that now I have an opportunity to like, it makes me so much more interested in champions that are coming out. You guys want to know why half the champs I never even test when they come out? Because I have no way of actually getting the champs. I'll learn about them eventually. I'll learn about them when I need to fight them in Alliance War, and cool, I like this champ, you know. And sometimes I do make like CCP videos for the champions, but for the most part, I'm like, I'm not going to get this guy. Why even bother? That's gone. No more. Like, I'm actually going to have to look into these champs and learn these champs. Maybe not master them or anything like that, but, you know, my interest levels, they're significantly higher for all the new upcoming champions just because I have a realistic way of obtaining them. So, super pumped for that, but I still have to be cautious. These grinds are brutal, and you know, using units to refresh and all that stuff helps, but I still have to be careful to not use too many units on each individual grind, because there might come a time where I need to do multiple grinds kind of in a row, or the next Silver Surfer in terms of prestige comes along and I gotta grind for that dude, and you know, all the top players are also throwing their hat in the ring on that one, so that's gonna cost extra units, things like that. So there's actually a lot of strategy to it, and it's really interesting. Here's, like, I am still thinking about going for Shang-Chi, and I mean, I am gonna check out some more videos and play it myself a bit, but here's the thing. I could just as easily scoop up Falcon. Well, I mean, significantly easier to scoop up Falcon, right? There's no way he's gonna go as high as Shang-Chi. A lot of people already have Falcon, and it's just a basic arena, so it's just going to be +1 sig for them, which is still going to be good for some people, don't get me wrong. But anyway, I can get Falcon. Do you guys know who's coming next in the arena? Any guesses? Sorry, I had a piece of fuzz floating around. Probably looked crazy for a second there. I'm pretty sure it's I-Bomb that's coming to the arena next. So, like, do I kind of take it easy? Do I scoop up Falcon to add him to my roster to give me more arena points, plus the fact that he's just a good champion, and then kind of reserve my grinding stamina to not burn myself out, and go for I-Bomb. Go for the champ the only champ in the entire game that I have, like, a creative connection with, who I know is good, who I know is going to help me out in Alliance Quest and other content, and it's tough to decide, you know. And then also, like, who comes after? We got Mr. Negative. We have the other basic champs that were floating around in the arena, who I need to take a look at that list. I previously didn't even care who was coming up in the basic arena, but now I need to start caring about it. So yeah, that's the dilemma of going for Shang-Chi, and we'll see what happens. I'll be thinking about it. Doing any challenges tonight? No, just some arena grinding tonight. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing some challenges. I'm not even sure which ones I want to start with yet, but yeah. Oh snap, I-Bomb, really? Excited, Max. Yeah, I think so. All right, so Karate Mike tipped me off to that one. That's credit to Karate Mike. I haven't actually checked the basic list myself. Maybe Karate Mike is gonna hate me for saying that, because I think he wanted to go for I-Bomb too. So my bad, Mike. But still, credit where it's due. He was quick to scout, like, oh dude, who's coming up after this? Which of course we can't tell who's coming up in the featured, but oh, and dude, if they keep doing these rework arenas, that's a 6-star selector right there. It's gonna be insane. There's gonna be, oh man, I want to grind for all the champs, but yeah, this is not possible. We'll pick and choose. Hopefully there's oh wait, he pulled I-Bomb today off a challenge. Oh dude, congrats then. I wonder if he's gonna go for the awakening still. All right, well at least he'll be less mad that I spilled the on the I-bomb thing. Yes, I-bomb is after Falcon, then Gambit, Spider-Ham, Daredevil HK, unless they deviate from features. Okay. So the basic is just +1 sig. Otherwise, I would definitely grind for that Gambit. I'm not going to toss Sig Stones into Gambit, so I don't think I'm going to be going for that one. Daredevil, though, I don't have him, but that's a good thing. I can add him to my roster, and then if I dupe him, I could rank him up as a low Sig level Prestige champ. It'll still have to come with some luck in opening up a crystal after grinding for him, but I mean, that'll be half of it right there, so that's cool. Oh man, excuse me guys. Really is good news for grinders? Yeah. And I totally understand that not everyone can even grind for any of these champs, but I'm really interested to see like what the basic 5-star cutoffs are, because maybe that will open the door to people being able to grind for 5 stars at least. And even though like the end game type stuff is moving towards 6 stars, I mean, we've already seen 5 stars can totally handle things like the Abyss. 5 stars can totally handle everything in Act 7 so far. If you're just missing one champion, and let's say Aegon was coming through the arena or something, and you wanted to get yourself that Aegon to do the Abyss, it maybe wouldn't be out of the question to do a grind for the 5-star or something. So Dragon, sending over a buck. Thank you, Dragon. Where are you at? And BG, if it makes any difference whatsoever, I think you should absolutely pick up I-bomb. Plan to do the basic grind for Jubes. Ooh, a little Jubilee action. Okay. When does she come to the basic? Here's what I'm gonna do. I know there's spreadsheets that show it and stuff, but I'm too lazy to find that right at the moment. So I'm just gonna sort by release and see that. Okay, so so 4 weeks after I-bomb will be Jubilee. Ooh, Strife is coming up. That'll be interesting. Dude, I actually could get a 6-star. I'm kind of mad at myself for investing the resources in 5-star Odin. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have ranked him up, but I would love to go for Odin when he comes through as the basic champ. I don't know about we had a lot of duds. we had a bunch of duds. Maybe I won't really go for these guys too much. But yeah, it'll be interesting, man. Very interesting times. It's good for current 5-star feature grinders, not necessarily those who currently grind 4-star featured, 4-star basic, or 3-star featured. Well, we'll see. You mean for the milestones, right? We'll have to see. But as far as like getting those champions goes, the 3 and 4 stars, they're just going to be milestone pickups. For anyone who just wants to grab a new champion and play with them. There's a big gap between Spider-Ham and Jubilee, remember? Oh yeah, because that was the month we only got one champion. That's true. Good call. BG, what time will you be doing Karina's challenges tomorrow? I'm not even sure if I am doing them tomorrow. I probably will, but I don't know. Normally day streams, they happen sometime around 1 p.m. Pacific time, but daytimes are unpredictable for me. It just kind of depends on what's going on in the day. If I have to do something in the morning, which tomorrow I actually do. Tomorrow, we'll see. Yeah, I definitely not guaranteed that there'll be a day stream tomorrow. Just realized I do have something that I have to do tomorrow, so we'll see. That's fine, gives you more time to save up units to do the Jubilee grind. Dragon, I almost want to join you just because I think Jubilee is cool. I've just always thought she was cool. Maybe I'll wait to see what like round 1 scores go for on that arena. I mean, I don't really need another mutant champion. Sadly, we just missed out on Apocalypse and Professor X coming around. Those scores would have been ridiculous, I'm sure. By the way, the initial like featured basic champs,
man, loves
it's a weird way of saying it, but like the like the newer, not the rerun basics, like I-Bomb, for example, since he's coming up soon, right? God, whoops. This is going to be I-Bomb's first time available in the 6-star arena. It's not like he's come through once and 200 people have grabbed him out of the original arenas. This is going to be his first time coming through, so his score might be higher than when, let's say, you know, Shang-Chi or Mr. Negative comes through the arena again. So for the next 6 months or so, it'll be really interesting to see what the scores are like. And then after that, if they fluctuate, we'll see. Brandon Dawson and No Rebuck saying, BG, wow, Burning Crusade relaunch June 1st. Think you might try it out? I did hear about that, dude. I still keep up on the WoW Classic news, even though I stopped playing a while ago. I don't know, man. I probably won't. I probably won't. If I do, it'll be on a very casual level, same like I did with you know, WoW Classic. I love Burning Crusade, but to be honest, I kind of hate the culture of wanting to beat the game before it even comes out that we face today. Like it doesn't happen as much to games that haven't been released, but I mean, you know, Burning Crusade came out 15 years ago. People already have all the info. It's already in databases, and people are already preparing like crazy for it. They have been for, you know, 6+ months at this point. Finding out every little detail, testing things to no end. And yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed arena PvP. I was actually never a big PvE player in WoW. For the old War raid in Wrath of the Lich King, that was the only time ever. But I was a big arena fan, and my concern is that the arena teams, they're going to be so streamlined to only like the top teams that it's going to get very boring very quick, and it's kind of making me just not want to play at all. So yeah, I probably won't play, but we'll see. I still hope it's really good. It was my favorite time in general with WoW, so it's a little bit sad to not revisit it, but that's my thoughts on it. Fluffy Monsters sent an $1 saying, I'm proud to say I haven't spent a dime since Cyber Deals. Plus I was spending the monthly sigil and unit deal, another 15. And then the early access calves, which were from 50 to 100. I do not recommend this method, but I've been pulling crap champs since then. Rip to your luck, man. Yeah, you get used to it. I don't know. That's good though, dude. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with spending if you don't mind spending, but if you feel like you're spending too much, then yeah, man, that's good. They're able to cut it back. That's good, dude. That's real good. Buckeye fans, and an Overbuck as well, saying, BG, my neighbor just got 2 Dobermans. He named them Timex and Rolex. They're watchdogs. Oh. Really, Buckeye fan? Watchdogs. Okay. Boo, dude. Why don't you go join that gym? Bam, that gym. Take a lap. Ew. Awful. Static sent over another buck as well, saying, BG, I think the 5-star Shang-Chi is better than the 6-star. Interesting. Easier to dupe, less resources to max out, same utility, and after 300 crits, are you really going to be able to tell the difference? Fair point. I don't know. That is true, though. With certain champs, it does work that way. You're absolutely right. I only messed with him pretty briefly, and I mean, I looked at a little bit of content, but I haven't really dug into him too much. So I'm looking at I'm gonna look for his awaken ability, but I don't know if I'm even gonna understand exactly what it does. Shang-Chi can perform critical hits through the opponent's block. Personal abilities that trigger on critical hits will trigger through block. Okay. Critical hits deal 10 to 20% of hit damage dispersed physical damage. This ability is based on hit damage before checking block proficiency, armor, and resources. Okay. So that's actually a good amount of damage. Wow, so he doesn't need high sig, does he? He really just needs like sig level 1. You're gonna get all of the benefit of the first part of his awaken ability and then half of the benefit of the second part. But then again, I mean, if this is additional damage, a high sig 5-star, the damage might be comparable to a low sig 6-star. Kind of tough to evaluate just off the top of the dome. Actually, I think the 6-star would probably still be higher, but maybe not significantly so. Interesting. That could be the case. Definitely be the case. Works that way with a lot of champs, to be honest. Anyone who needs high sig, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I just hadn't considered it for Shang-Chi. Just because I hadn't looked into him enough yet. King sending over £2 saying, I want to see Realm of Legends Karina plus new account challenge from you. Wait. Realm of Legends Karina. Is there a Realm of Legends one? Did I overlook that? You know what? Let me go look at these challenges again, because I glanced them over, but I don't know what all of them are off the top of my head at the moment. New account challenge, dude. I would love to do a new account challenge. Oh man, with some of the updates, the new account challenges, they could be bonkers. depending on how much Kabam changes the early acts like they're talking about. Dude, the next new account challenge, well, whenever Kabam updates the game, the next new account challenge after that could be insane. Ooh, free crystal. Snag that real quick. Should be the daily, right? Yeah, I remember claiming the daily on stream past couple times. Let's see what these objectives are. By the way, I will say this. I kind of hate the infinite menu system that we get everywhere with like the store, where it started out as a couple of stores and now you have to scroll over. And I'm really hoping that we never have to scroll over for the objectives, but I guess there's no way around it, man. You're on limited space, right? What are they gonna do? Not add challenges? Okay, so the top thing, yeah, this is if you complete all of them within 32 days. These are the rewards if you complete. Look at those 6 downs. These are the rewards if you complete just all 9 of them with no time limit. So I'm for sure going to do this, and I'm not going to take that long to complete it. Maybe it'll take me 2 months instead of 1 month, but that extra time will save so many units. 56 stones. Oh baby. Okay, next, complete Labyrinth with 4-star Star-Lord. Yeah, complete Labyrinth with only 4-star Canadian champions. Then complete Labyrinth with the Inhumans. This one has to be the worst. I imagine just has to be the worst. Doing Labyrinth with the Inhumans. I mean, I did it with the 5-star versions, but the 4 stars. Oh, that's not going to be enjoyable. But I'm gonna have to do it in order to. I mean, everyone's gonna have to do it if they want these. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Okay. what do we have next? So next, complete Act 6, Chapter 1, Quest 5, with only 5-star beasts, Cyclops, Gambit, Jubilee, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Wolverine, and Storm. This one seems like the easiest, from what I can tell, or one of the easiest, if not the easiest. Next, Supercut, or Supercut, geez, Super Punch-Out. Defeat the champion boss, 6.2.6 champion with only 5 or 6-star Kamal on your team. So Suida did that before these challenges came out, so it's definitely doable, but Suida's also a beast, so that could be pretty challenging. Gonna have to rank up a Kamala. Oh, geez. Oh, is it too late? No, is it too late? Oh, man. Can we change? Oh, guys. I changed my mind. Let's buff Kamala. Can we redo the polls? Oh, no. Everybody's going to have ranked up Kamalas from doing this challenge, and Kamala's not going to get the buff. Oh, no. Kabam. If you could have came out with that poll, like, tomorrow. Oh, damn it. Okay, next, though. Complete Act 6, Chapter 2, Quest 5, with only 5-star Cosmics. Okay, so it doesn't have to be Kamala, just any Cosmics. That won't be too bad. Actually, I wonder if that one might be the easiest, or close to it. What is this selector? 20%. Solid, dude. That's really good. Okay. Mike's Revenge. That's the 3-star Cyclops one. Yeah. Taking down the Collector. Mystic Dispersed, which is Act 5, Chapter 3, Quest 1, with only 3-star Mystic Champs on your team roster. That won't be too bad. There's some OP Mystic Champs. If you could have an entire team of it, that's not too bad. And then the bottom one, the Asgardian Cheddar. That is using only Loki to get through 5.4.6. That one sounds pretty tough. The boss itself doesn't sound that tough to do with 3-star Loki. People did that when the content first came out, and we've gotten better since then. But just making it to the Ultron boss. So, all right, here's my thing with these challenges. Oh, non-mystics? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, slightly more annoying, but fine, whatever. You only got to do it once. It's not like you have to clear the whole quest. Okay, honestly, I'm probably going to use Sunspot. Sunspot was a beast for it when I was using him as a 4-star in that content, so he'll probably make it to the team. I don't know who else. My bad. Totally misread that. That does step things up. But anyway, I like the idea of having to use Loki to take down the Ultron boss, right? I'm not as big a fan of having to go through the entire quest. So yeah. But overall, man, I just like that we're getting these types of challenges. So Kamala versus Champion was super fun. Not a hard fight when you learn the cycle. Okay. Says MSD, one of the gods of this game. But I'm looking forward to trying it. Loki 1 isn't bad, just gotta power through Electro, then go the Rage path. Oh, and then you could... Well, do you even trigger Rage? Because if you trigger Rage, then you could steal it and do some good damage. But you're 3-star. I plan on doing it, of course, though. That'll be one of the earlier ones that I do. I don't know where I'll start, but I imagine that one will be somewhere on the earlier side of things. To be honest, I kind of want to start in Labyrinth, though. Not saying it's the easiest, but I mean, if you have to do 3 Labyrinth runs, I think it'd be smart to space them out so you're not just burning yourself out on Labyrinth content. So like, do a Labyrinth run, then knock out a couple of the other challenges, do another Labyrinth run, same thing, a few more challenges, and at that point you could decide to end it with a Labyrinth run, or either way, you're just spacing it out. That said, some people I'm sure would rather just knock it all out at the same time, so I don't know. Anyway, King sending over another £2 saying, my bad, it was Labyrinth. Still good as I haven't done it. Oh yeah, for the Karina challenge. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. Oh, God. Some of it will. I like ridiculous challenges in games, though. As it maybe shouldn't be too surprising to you guys, but even when I don't do the challenges myself, going back to WoW, I swear I won't tangent on this long. There was this one ridiculous achievement that gave you the title of the Insane. It was called like Insane in the Membrane or something like that, and you had to complete a ridiculous checklist of things. Most people, if you haven't played the game, you probably don't care, but there are videos on it if you want to see like just how long of a process it actually is. And I had no interest in participating, but I enjoyed watching other people's progress as they went through it. But then again, that was a purely cosmetic thing, and that's what I liked about it. I didn't feel like I had to in order to progress. But anyway, Buckeye fan sending over another buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, PG, how long until Karina's challenges rewards aren't worth the amount of units it will cost to complete them? Very long time, I would say. There's 50 sig stones in there, 50 generic sig stones. Even when you have even if all your prestige champions are set, when a new champion comes out that you need to get their sig level high, better start doing those quests. I honestly don't think it's going to take that many units if you approach it in a way with patience. Because most of the challenges, the Labyrinth ones are the exception, but most of the challenges I don't think take that high of a number of resources to do. They're a bit grindy, but it's not like it's going to cost you an arm and a leg in terms of revives. And I mean, we're talking 3 stars here. The level 4 potions that you get from the 22-hour solo events, one of those potions is going to heal you to full, you know? So you don't even have to grind potions for it. You can knock out the majority of the challenges and then space out the Labyrinth runs. And if you do my method of getting 40 revives just stocked up in your inventory, ready to go each time that you do it, I mean, how many more revives is it going to take beyond that to go through Labyrinth? How many fights are on a path again? I think it's like 20 total. So yeah, with 4 stars, you're not going to be getting one-shots on those fights. So yeah, you might still have to fork over some units. But if you're reducing the cost by stockpiling those revives, I don't think it's going to be that bad. If you want to go for the cheese profile, yeah, you might be looking at spending a lot of units. I don't know how many units. That, or you're going to be revive farming the like the repeatable quest way, which I'm not so much a fan of because that takes away from my arena grinding, and I got to get all the other stuff from the arena still. So incursion, now my AQ and AW both the same. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you mentioned incursions. If you were by any chance talking about the incursion bug where masteries that get like removed or something, I hear restarting your game fixes it, but I haven't done incursions since the update, so I'm not even sure. Brian, you're gonna finish the Act 5 collector with a Cyclops heavy intercept like the good old days? It's a good question. I don't know. I might. That'd be fun. That'd be fun indeed. PG, tweet, please. Okay, sure. What do we have? I don't know if I see a tweet from you. What is the name? Yeah. No, I don't have anything from you, dude. So unless it was, I mean, nothing in the last hour, at least. Going back since like the start of my stream, just in case you've been trying to get me to check for a while. No, I got nothing here, man. Make sure you're not set to private. Make sure you tagged me in the tweet, all that good stuff. What do you think about adding these kind of challenges for every title? Like Cavs get Grandmaster Challenge and they keep it forever so new players can do the same as they progress. I don't know. So I feel like this might come off as sounding insensitive towards players progressing through those areas of the game. But I guess here's how I'm thinking of it. People who have the Thronebreaker title, there's not much for those players to do at the moment. They've cleared all the content. So it makes sense to introduce these types of challenges. When someone is, you know, working towards Uncollected or Cavalier or Thronebreaker, there's a lot of content to do. And I don't know if adding additional challenge modes would be totally necessary. Actually, I mean, I sort of take that back, because I would like every single quest in this game, well, maybe not literally every single quest, but the majority of quests in this game, I would like them to go beyond 100% completions. You know how in some games they, you know, they actually just tell you the percentage of the game that you've completed, and sometimes they exceed 100%, and it's kind of stupid. But at the same time, it's because they're like secret type things. So I think it would make sense. I always like using the 6.2.6 quest for this, where, okay, you go through it a single time. You beat the champion boss one time. You get the initial completion rewards. You beat the champion on all the required paths. Now you've completed it 100%. And so all the paths are solid, right? So that's where the 100% makes sense. Then there's a bonus where there's like a challenge mode for that boss. I think if there were challenge modes for like each of the bosses after a certain point, maybe it wouldn't make sense until like Act 6 or something like that. But if they did that, dude, I would love that, and that wouldn't have to be tied to Thronebreaker. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh, I just took so much damage. Oh, long shot, dude. As soon as I start to gain power, I was gonna die anyway. Didn't matter. But I mean, outside of just kind of wanting that almost like retroactively, just because I wanted that stuff for a very long time. Outside of that reason, I don't necessarily think that the earlier players need more challenge when they already have a lot of content to do. I think that was, oh god, game crash, dude. Special one, watch out throwing the special one from Odin. Just crashed my damn game. Crap, I was gonna cap that thought off with one last thing, and I just spaced out because of the game crash. Oh great, it's throwing me back in the fight that I just won. Damn it. You should give me double arena points for this, man. Oh yeah, okay, all right. So the last thing I was gonna say is, part of it is about adding challenge to the content, and then the other part of it is just giving players something to do. This better not crash my game again. It didn't kill him that time, but it didn't crash my game, so I guess we're good. This is about the time when I crashed throughout the stream anyway. So but yeah. What I miss? Are you gonna do those Karina challenges itemless? Curs, no, not itemless, but I will be doing them, yeah. No, my streak is still good, Dragon. We still good. True, I didn't go through all the upcoming updates, but it felt like it was catered more to endgame players and beginners. Did I miss anything for the mid-tier players? Define mid-tier, because they did talk about another back issue. They did talk about making... actually, no, they didn't really. I was going to say they talked about making 5 stars more accessible, but no, they pulled back on the Wish Crystal, so I don't know if that's necessarily a thing. The solo competitive mode is for everybody. There was a lot more endgame stuff, I will say. You're right. I feel like we haven't gotten a ton of endgame stuff. Like the last round of roadmaps was like, okay, we're gonna nerf endgame to make it more accessible. We're gonna talk about some new things coming to the game, but they're not actually coming to the game. And then here's a bunch of quality of life changes. Oh god, just ran straight into that. 7.2. I don't know if 7.2 is like the term like beginner or mid-game player or progressing player or end-game player. It's such a muddied term that I don't know. I know what I think when I say the terms, but everyone else has their own definition, right? I'm not saying that your definition is wrong. I'm just saying it's one of those kind of loose-fitting terms that we never really define. I guess for me, I consider end game player just if you've done a variant, one variant, or even just or getting into a variant, basically like Cavalier, I guess, because that's pretty much that same difficulty. For me, mid level would be like working their way towards Cavalier, I guess. Is Abdo streaming tonight? I'm not sure. Don't know. Act 4 is so damn long. Don't even feel like doing it. Act 4 is very long. It's worth the rewards though. Plus just all the experience you get from it. It's very worth it. Speed up D. Sanding over a bug. Sand. I love you. Speed up D. Appreciate the love and support as always, man. Damn it, dude. Every time, all I could think about as I'm making a stupid face, all I could think about somebody's first time in here thinking, is he okay? Somebody call a doctor. Did Abdo move up in AQ yet? Yeah, he told me he did. To be honest, I think Kabam does a good job making sure all players have content to enjoy. I see the point you make though. Endgame players have the least amount of content to play, hence the challenge. Yeah, I mean, sort of. Like, and I don't know. I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, boo-hoo, us endgame players or something. Because we did go through a lot of content to get here, so it's not like we had nothing to do all this time. But it has been dry, I will say, for the last like year and a bit, pretty much. Depending on how you look at it. I mean, 7.1 did come out, but a lot of people thought that was easier than Act 6. There has not been significant changes to Alliance War or Alliance Quest, really. I can't remember when they added those mythic things. I think that was over a year ago at this point now, right? The modifiers. The quality of life stuff has been great, but there's been nothing to like drive those players to continue progressing, kind of stuff. Brian, don't let an asylum doctor see you when Speed Up T donates. I mean, hey, if they're gonna get me, they're gonna get me. Bring it, Doc. New battlefield? Yeah, yeah, the new battlefield looks great. I've gotten so far in the game without fully exploring Act 4 that I don't think the rewards are worth it anymore. It would cost so much energy and time. 2 words. I don't know why I was holding up one finger. It's like 2 words. Number 1, you want to make sure it's the mastery points though. Those are the actual 2 words. Mastery points, especially Kabam's talking about reworking masteries, adding new masteries and stuff like that. Dude, the Act 4 rewards are literally better than Act 6 rewards, better than Act 7 rewards. Maybe not right when that content comes out. Maybe like the power that you gain from that stuff, you know, is better than a mastery point. But in the long run, nothing holds the same value as those mastery points. I would trade, like, if Kabam gave me the option to just trade every single piece of reward from Act 6. I'm talking about 100% clearing it. Just for 1 additional mastery point, I would take that trade. Been stuck at 20% of the collector for the last 20 minutes. Unstoppable and healing every fight. Now I understand the forum rage. Oh, man. Keenach. Dang, dude. That's rough, man. That is rough. Kaizilla, did you... Let me check again on the Twitter here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so that was the problem. In the tweets, you just got to actually tag me, otherwise I'm not going to see it. Okay, hey BG, need tips for ISO, obviously, besides the special challenges. Yes, where's my bald cap? Did you order it, dude? I mean, everybody, you know, we've got some shipping delays due to the whole pandemic. I mean, we're starting to get better with it, but as long as you ordered it, should be processing. You should have the email code that you can check your shipping status. But where to get ISO? ISO is mostly comes from duping champions. Hang on, let me just see something. Okay, yeah. Mostly just comes from duping champions though, man. And it's easier said than done, right? Like everybody wants to just open unlimited amounts of crystals so that you're always duping champs. But there's like 2 ways to get extra crystals than what you're getting right now. Number 1, spend units on them. Number 2, grind the arena and take all of the you know, the premium hero crystals, all the other shard types, and you'll duplicate your champions when opening up those crystals. Even grinding for like the new like a 4-star basic champion that you didn't already have, even though the basic champ itself won't give you ISO, you know, the next time that you open up a 4-star crystal, if it happens to dupe that champ, there's some ISO. So the arena is what I'm getting at. You're not going to get a ton just like in a very quick time of, oh, I spent 10 minutes in the arena and now I have a bunch of ISO bricks. Doesn't work like that necessarily, but over time, just building up your roster, building up a baseline of champions to dupe out of those crystals. That's where you're going to get a lot of ISO from. Come on, let me get this intercept so we can shut you out with an L2. Let's go, Venom. Please dash at me, you butt. Oh, no. There it is. Jeez. I am not great at intercepting, guys. IBG, I know you haven't looked at the monthly quest, but can you, or anyone, tell me how the hell to counter that Cav OG Spidey in Quest 1? Yeah, so I actually did do that fight. That's the only fight that, or it's the only boss fight I've done in Cav so far, at least. You have to parry him a bunch, and when you build up charges, every time you parry, you'll see a charge appear on, you know, Spidey's bar. And when you build up a few charges, then just dex one of his basic attacks, and he'll be stunned. It's actually not bad, as long as you know how that node works. It's a gigantic pain otherwise. You can take the fight one of two ways. Either just just parry like a few times and then dex to give him like a relatively short stun and then only hit him when he's stunned, or you can sit there and parry him 50 times in a row until he's stunned for eternity, and then you just destroy him with infinite numbers of combos because he's stunned forever. Fight is bugged. He evades Falcon and Venom. I mean, Falcon... Champions can still evade against Falcon if they have increased ability accuracy. I don't know if that fight does. But Venom... Unless there's something that nullifies his buff at the start. I think that's the only way a Spider-Verse champ can evade against him. Maybe it is bugged. I don't know. Sup, nerd? What up, dubes? How's it going, man? Intercept with Black Panther, Killmonger synergy. I mean, yeah, you guys can... There's other ways around that node, but you could take that Spidey with literally any champion in the game. You just have to play that node. Not bug... Oh, Power Snack. Yeah. If there's Power Snack, that eats the Venom's Clintar buff. He's only... he only prevents the evade when he has that buff, so that's not a bug. There you go. But yeah, like just pay attention to that one node. Like I said, parry. You're not going to stun him on the parry, but you build up the charges when you parry, and then just dex one of his basic attacks, and he'll be stunned. It's really easy. Once you know that, like I said. Without knowing that, yeah, it seems like that fight was made from hell or something. Angel of Death, thank you for the buck, dude. Yeah, I already read your last one with the Power Snack. Was there one before that by any chance? Let me double check. Oops, you found it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did see that. It's a good shout, though. I wasn't... I figured there might be something going on. Something sneaky like that, but I couldn't remember what other nodes were there. Good, man. How about yourself? Doing good, dude. Doing good, man. I know you don't play anymore, but today was a huge news day for the game, so probably the biggest one since like 12.0 days, you know? But not in a bad way this time. Well, I mean, some could argue, but in my opinion, some really interesting stuff. Sean, Senator 5 saying, hey, BG, random MCOC thought. I'd like your opinion on. Hit me with it, dude. How has Blade gone from super OP to one of the most underrated champs? How much time you got? This one, it all started when I think Kabam realized there was a problem with Blade, and they could not nerf Blade because they can't really nerf any champion. As I think what they realized, like it has to be really game breaking for them to nerf a champion, just because the backlash will be too strong. So instead of nerfing the champion and bringing him back down to like more normal power levels, they did a couple of things. Number one, every champion that came out for like the next year had either bleed immunity or some kind of positive bleed effect, like Omega Red or Domino. They both have like positive interactions with bleed where you don't want to make them bleed, even though they're not immune to it. So yeah, for like the next year of champs, Blade's value was just dropping as each of these new champs came out. And then on top of that, they were also just upping the power level. Instead of like nerfing someone like Blade, they just every new champ after that. Not every new champ. Some champs still sucked, but you know, we saw a lot of really powerful champs come out. in a fairly short amount of time with, like, you know, Corvus, Omega Red, Ghost, all those champs. Did they all come out in the same year? Is Ghost a year after, maybe? Let's see. So Blade was 2017, and you can see there was some powerful champions in here in 2017 for sure. Some that are still strong to this day, like Archangel, Medusa, the right situations, Morningstar, some of the buff champs like Angela. But 2018 was like, dude, it was like hit after hit after hit in a lot of ways. Aegon, Beardo, Corvus, Domino, maybe offensively wasn't, I mean, she's pretty good. She still is pretty good, but like defensively, she's still one of the most annoying champs in the entire game. Yeah, Ghost was included in this bunch. So like they just really stepped up their game in terms of, oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. I had to MA up so you guys couldn't see what happened there, but I whiffed a hit after his special. That was some BS, and then he killed me. So yeah, combination of a bunch of bleed immune type champs and just stronger champions straight up just being released. And it took the focus away from Blade. And it was very effective in taking away a champion's effectiveness without actually nerfing them. But at the same time, it kind of arguably spiraled the game out of control in some ways. Whether for better or for worse, it's up for debate. But now it fairly quickly, I say fairly quickly, but I'm talking fairly quickly in like MCOC terms, where fairly quickly is like a year or two, you know, in the lifespan of this game. In a relatively short amount of time, we've ended up with some champs that are just totally bonkers, like Cosmic Ghost Rider, or now some of the buff champs like Crossbones that can handle, you know, 3 million health fights in under 100 hits. Stuff like that. What's up, Hector? Brian, I'm free at last. Well, for 10 days, then back to jail. You done with your tests? Is that what you're saying? Did you ace them? That's not meant to be a joke with your name, by the way. But hopefully you knocked him out of the park, dude. What's up, Glory? PG, this is some of the poorest one-handed multitasking arena gameplay I've ever seen. The shame. I'm sorry, Glory. You're right, dude. I need to step my game up. Totally. Can you explain how 12.0 gear is different from the announced relics? I can't. Number one, we don't know what the 12.0 gear system was, and we also don't know what this new relic system is. The only thing I could say almost for certain is that strikers, that I don't think strikers were on the table 4 years ago as something to add to the game. So strikers being part of the relic stuff, that's probably the only change that I could actually say. It seemed like they had just started working on that stuff, and I mean, maybe I'm wrong on this, but it seemed like they had just started working on the striker stuff last year when they were talking about the roadmaps. Seemed like early days for that stuff. DG, what's the best way to get tier 4 class catalysts? A lot of that stuff comes through Alliance Quest, the Glory store, and just opening up map crystals. The higher the map, the better. That's where you get a lot of that stuff. You also just get fragment crystals from all over the place. The monthly event quests, the side quests, things like that. Just finished. I think I should have got 2 A's and 1 B. Also, you're looking brilliantly bald. Oh, Hector, thank you, dude. Thank you very much. Nice though, dude. Those are some great grades, man. 2 A's and a B on some difficult subjects. That's good, dude. PG, can you pull up your excitement meter so we can see where ranking up Kamala falls? Oh man, I got rid of the excitement meter. I could add it back to my OBS real quick, but all right, you know what? Fine. It should only take a second anyway. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it back up. Oh man. I'll show you exactly where it falls. Dang, I'm drawing a blank. Where is it? Aha, there we go. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Wait for it. There we go. Oh man, ranking Kamala. I mean, well, I mean, I can't be skeptical about it because there's nothing to be skeptical about. She's getting ranked up. So it would maybe fall in that line if I had a different word to match it. If it was just like meh or something instead of bad. But yeah, anyway. Get rid of that. Davin Eaton sending over 20. Davin, thank you very much, dude. Super generous of you, saying I really enjoy your channel. Who would you rank up to rank 5? Crossbones or the newly buffed Black Panther or Mole Man? All 5 stars. Okay. I think it's between Crossbones and Mole Man. I think Black Panther is a solid champion, but I think the other two are just decidedly stronger in my opinion. You know, it is somewhat situational. There could be a situation where you just need the most bleed damage, and you know, maybe Black Panther would fit that bill, but I think the other two just cover a wider number of situations and are just stronger. I don't know who I would go with between those two. It's a little bit hard to say. You might, you know, might be a personal preference thing. I also haven't spent a ton of time with Mole Man. I've seen a bunch of Mole Man gameplay, so like I'm familiar with how he works and stuff like that, but still am lacking more of that like first-hand perspective of the champ. But I would decide between those two. If you're lacking an XL champion, sometimes it's just really important to have an XL champion. And in that case, I would go Mole Man and just kind of call it a day there. He might be the way to go anyway. But Crossbones is also really good. I want to just give them both a try and just see who you like more.
Man loves beans.
Yeah, I legit don't know who I would want more. Like I was seriously about to say just go Mole Man, but then thinking more about Crossbones. That's tough. Let's go to a lifeline on this one, man. Let's ask the audience here. What would you guys pick between Crossbones and Mole Man? Kind of curious. I'm guessing we'll get a bit of a split here. But I'm interested. Mike Chan sending over 2. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey, BG, will we be grinding for Falcon or Shang-Chi 6-star? Or Shang-Chi, whoops. Hang on, one sec. Okay, my bad. I feel like I had something in my throat. All right. I am probably going to be going towards Falcon. Shang-Chi, it seems really good, but it also seems really scary. to try to go for him in a brand new arena, 6-star champion, and oh wow, we're getting a lot of Mole Man. Mole Man, no question. Wouldn't even think about crossbones. Okay, interesting. We do have some crossbones, but there is certainly a lot more for Mole Man. Okay, well, there you have it, Davin. I'd say the majority of people out there would take Mole Man, so you know, you can still try out both for yourself, but if you just want to go with the popular vote. By the way, they're all awakened. Okay, I don't think either of their awakened abilities are crucial, but it helps, of course. But yeah, there you go, dude. Thank you again. But I guess Mole Man it is. Probably, at least. But yeah, Mike, I will probably be grinding for Falcon, dude. Ooh, nice. Finished up that arena. I don't have Falcon, and he would just help me towards securing the next champion in the arena, and I bet his score is going to be reasonably high, but nowhere near as high as Shang-Chi's, because he's a new champion. He's got a lot of hype behind him. He seems like he's probably the best champion of 2021 so far. Debatably with maybe Strife, or I guess there's Odin too, who maybe Odin not by himself, but the pre-fights be useful. But yeah, just as like a standalone versatile champion, he probably is the best champ of 2021. So just to be fair, it's not saying a ton. There hasn't been 2021 hasn't been the craziest year for new champs so far. But anyway. There's a snot rocket, guys. Don't let him fool you. No. Oh man, dude. Right on my own floor. That'd be bad. Alright, Whalverine sending over 3 saying, hey BG, I think that the real boss fight in the Kamala challenge is magic. What do you say? Yeah, that magic fight's gonna be nasty. Without a doubt, man. Probably gonna have to turn on Pacify and just kind of cross your fingers, hope for the best. Probably will have to use a bunch of resources to get through it unless you get lucky. And that's just the way it is. I mean, MSD said the actually fighting the champion wasn't that hard, but MSD, I feel like can do anything in this game. He's a god at this game, so I don't think it's gonna be a totally easy time fighting the champion. But yeah, for sure that magic's not gonna be super fun either. BG, when Luke Cage started wearing your bald caps, I bet that was some sweet sponsorship money. Oh, dude. You don't even understand. Yeah, man. Luke Cage, because not only is he in this game and people see the bald cap in the game and they're like, oh, dude, where can I get a premium quality bald cap to look like Luke Cage? Even people who don't want to wear it year round, there's, you know, we've worked with costume designers and other set designers on the show, of course. When you land something like that, basically anytime you connect with Marvel, you're like set for life, you know. It's almost on the same level as like when Robert Downey Jr. became Iron Man, and he was just kind of set from there. I don't even know how much money that guy made from all those movies. We made just about the same on bald caps, so because then it also branched out. Suddenly Thanos wants one. We hooked him up with a sweet deal, of course. We didn't really want to, you know, chance it, but. By the way, Redwood, I don't know, I can't remember if Redwood was in here tonight. I saw a pop-up for the 3-month membership in a row. Redwood, if you're in here, thank you, dude. Appreciate the continued support from all the channel members. Heard it's when the stock market shifted with bald caps? Yeah. Yeah, oh, I mean, it has to be, right? You don't go through something like that without a big shift. Just came from Kabam forums and I saw this dude somehow opened a Kamala Khan from the 5-star hand-to-hand combat crystal. I haven't even looked at those crystals to see who's even in there. Don't like how it says on Karina's challenges volume 1. You don't like that? I think that's great, man. I will say this though, I asked them because I was very curious. I asked them, like, is this just the start of these challenges? Are there going to be more challenges? What's the future like for this? And they basically just said, you know, they're going to gauge the community's feedback. So, let them know however you guys feel. If you don't like this system, tell them what you don't like about it. Tell them what you do like about it. If you want to see a volume 2, let them know that as well. I legit been trying to position my camera for like 2 hours now. Still not happy. Abby Doe. First off, get an AQ. Second, yeah, I've been there, dude. I've been there. People think that it doesn't take long to set up, and hey, sometimes it works out. You just plop it down, you're like, oh, that looks good. But then, like, I don't know, trying to get it to, like, when I change around my background, honestly, before I did just plop it down. I didn't really care where it was, but then, like, I wanted it to try to look nice with the background stuff, but I don't know. You could tweak that stuff forever, man. There's definitely ways I could still probably change the camera and it would look better. But it's funny how that stuff works. When you first start out, nothing matters, and you just you just point a camera at you and go. And then as you try to make things look nicer, you just end up taking a long time with it. Anyway, Sean sent it over 5. Thank you, Sean, saying, hey BG, have you seen Ilac's take on the new arena setup? And if so, what's your opinion? I haven't, no. Can you give me a quick rundown version of it? Or if there's any one particular part that you want me to comment on, I could comment on that. Otherwise, actually, I haven't seen... The only person whose thoughts I've seen on this stuff was Lagacies, because he was doing a live stream and I hopped in his live stream and I was just kind of trolling in there for a little bit, sending some stupid messages for the people that were in there. I haven't seen anyone else's thoughts on this stuff yet. UG, can you play the buffed Black Panther? I'm kind of just playing whatever champions are up next in the arena. So if he ain't coming up next, then sorry, man. And actually, yeah, I'm gonna start using my 6 stars now, so sorry, dude. I was trying to get the Elgato Keylight set up, but when I try to connect it, it disconnects my internet. It's slightly agitating. That's one of the reasons why I did not get that light when I finally got a light. I saw that there were some reviews talking about like internet connectivity issues, and the light that I have back there that gives like that nice little background glow, I have the connection issues with that one, and I will never buy another product that has connection issues ever again, dude. It's infuriating. Where like, because basically it's all app controlled. For those that have never messed around with this stuff before, you just download an app on your phone, and yeah, you can turn it on and off, you can change the colors, you can do all that stuff, and it's great when it works. Half the time I'll go to the app and it says the thing is there, so it still recognizes it in its data or whatever, but it can't connect to it, it can't turn it on, can't do anything. So I just have to actually, like, there's no switch on the thing itself. You just have to unplug it and plug it back in at that point. And it's not that big of a deal if you only have to do it like once or every once in a while or something like that, but it's like every single night. and it just is very annoying. And the stuff is expensive, so I don't want to just be like, well, all right, screw this product, let me get a different one. These little lights, man, they add up. Eventually, here's my plan. I'm gonna give it to somebody. Abdo, it's too bad you already have your stuff. Maybe I would have given it to you. I'm just gonna pawn it off on somebody. I'll look like the nice guy and be like, here, you could have this for free, and it's cool and it works. I'm like, oh wow, thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. And then actually get something better. I'm sure I can fix it, but it creates its own network which disconnects my actual internets. See, that's a different issue than what I have, I guess. When I try to connect to it, just ran out of time to fix it before the stream. Oh, so you are streaming tonight. Okay, Abido. Well, we're not done here just yet, but that's good to know. Anyone else annoyed they didn't really address the game lag and crash issues? I don't think this was that type of update. At least I wasn't really looking for that stuff in this update. I suppose it would have been nice if they addressed it. But I guess, like, I don't know. I just kind of assume bug fixes are just ongoing, whereas like a roadmap, I was looking to see like, okay, what direction is the game heading in? It would be nice if they would. I mean, do they publicly comment on this stuff? Like I really don't even know, since I don't check the forums. I was gonna say it'd be nice if they did acknowledge it and stuff, but maybe they do, and maybe I just, because I don't go to the forums. It's a pain, of course, though. All we could do is hope they fix it. Brian Twizzity tweet, my big takeaway in your vid about changes. Okay. Let's see. Send this earlier, and by earlier I mean, did I hear someone say relics? I mean, this is Diablo 2, of course. But what am I looking at? Why is it purple? Is this a mod? I mean, obviously there's some mod. But this is just like the what's it called? Oh god, I'm blanking on the name now. Begins with a P, right? Pluggy. To have the extended stash and stuff like that. But did you just manually change it to purple just to make it easier to find when you're looting stuff, or? I don't know what this actually is, because normally it is not purple text. I don't know, pulled it off Google with the Relic stones. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sean's $100 saying he hates it. Says Mercs and wait, hold on. Is there different parts of this? Oh, from the super chat. Okay. He hates it. Says Mercs and Whales will own the sixes and just make it super hard for the free-to-play grinders to get them. Plus, only adding 100 spots to the 5-star isn't enough to compensate for the inflated scores. Okay. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. But the way I look at it is there's far more than 100 spots being added. It's going from 300 people per round getting 5 stars right now to literally 800. They're more than doubling it. And you could say, well, they're not doubling it for the one actual featured champion, but they kind of are. It's just that featured champion is going to come back around in 6 months and give you another opportunity to get the champ. So I think I definitely disagree with that. And yeah, I mean, there's always problems with cheating, and hey, if people want to spend to refresh the arena, that's on them if they want to do it. But if people are gonna cheat, people are gonna cheat no matter what. You can't just stop developing a game because people are cheating. You can't just not introduce the next level of arenas and say, well, people are gonna cheat, so we can't do this. I think there, like I said, there's always going to be cheaters, but there'll be enough people getting these champs legitimately. Sean, thank you for another buck there, dude. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. That purple comes from when people mod using Jamela. 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 Who's Jamela? I feel like that's someone in Act 2 maybe, but I don't remember somebody doing something in Act 2. I mean, there's Charcy that will imbue an item in Act 1. You can put your name on an item from oh god, drawing a blank on her name, the one that opens up the Pindle portal in Act 5. Totally drawing a blank on her. There's a character builder called Jamel. Okay, all right. So this is just like modded then, I guess. This is not like part of the actual game. That must be what you're talking about then, I guess. There's a character builder because there's no character builder in like the base game. I've never played. I've only barely tapped into any kind of mods for Diablo 2. I just really enjoy the base game, and if I am going to be playing solo, then yeah, Pluggy is amazing. But outside of that, I kind of just like playing the actual game without the mods. There are some really good mods out there that I've seen, some really high quality stuff, but I've just never really felt like getting into it. Didn't it seem like the bugs and crashes was implied in the enhanced gaming experience portion or whatever it was? It wasn't like this back in the day. Seems the more complex and advanced the game has gotten, the worse the gameplay experience. They did mention it in like they were calling it like Project Genesis, where they're gonna be just doing like a facelift on the game, and they said they were gonna take out some of the lag from like going between screens and loading times and things like that. But I don't know if that's quite the same as like the game crashing. I feel like that's its own separate thing. I feel like there has been times in the past, though, even when the game was simpler, that we had some really bad issues, some really bad bugs. So I'm sure it's gotten more difficult. The more and more you add on to things, it probably has increased the difficulty to keep things running smoothly. But I don't know if I could say it's been worse. I mean, it's certainly okay. So let me put it in perspective. The past like 5 or 6 months or however long it's been that we've been getting the crashes, yeah, that's pretty bad. But let's think back to like really, really bad times. We had that summer where like the game was just overheating and like, lighting people's phones on fire. Maybe not actual literal fire, but to the point where their phones were like crashing, not just the game, but like the phone was giving them warnings, like that was really bad. I remember in the 12.0 days, we had issues where like we couldn't dash back twice or something like that. What were those bugs? There were some really nasty ones around then too. I didn't play the game when it first came out to know like how smooth things were running exactly at that time. But I thought making the game seem of this decade and not the last was the interesting part. It is interesting, yeah. See if I can get the 225 here. Shazwat Canodius and over 108 rupees. Saying tweet. Okay. Let me see here. Got Cav yesterday. Roster turned out to be OP for it. Nice, dude. Probably going to focus on roster building for the next couple of months. Probably not good for any variant yet or further Act 6. Rank up recommendations for the next month or two. Hold that thought. Against some units. Crap. 225. Hell yeah, dude. Sweet. I was trying to get the... What's it called off the screen? The browser off the screen for a second there, but... luckily, you guys are still able to see it was 225 units. Hell yeah. This day just keeps getting better. You definitely want to focus on variants. Now that you're Cavalier, I would highly recommend focusing on variants. You do have really good champions. They're heroes, so maybe the newest variant. You're going to be a little bit stuck in some of the class types, though, so that could be rough. I mean, in general, Warlock is a beast to rank up. He's good for a few of the variants. He is another hero that you can add towards the newest one. So that might be a good direction to keep heading in. I don't think you're running Suicides, but if you ever did want to, Corvus would be good. If not, don't worry about it. You already got Cap Sparkles ranked up. Red Hulk's not bad to rank up if you want to kind of shift gears and go for the villain variant. Not going to help you in the hero one so much, though. Yeah, I would say this. Here's my recommendation. I mean, I forgot to say, dude, I'm sorry. I'm so tunnel vision against Stealth Spidey that I like don't even see him as a champion anymore. But of course, he's a hero too, and he would be good for the Spider-Verse one. So you might want to like tackle the hero variant, the newest variant, and just focus towards that. Outside of that, I do still feel like your skill and mutant classes could maybe use a bit more love, and I'd probably recommend popping open those dual class crystals. And yeah, just whatever you do, just it's hard to say which variant exactly you should focus on. The hero one is looking like what you're set up most for, so I'd probably continue to focus on that and just pop open mutant and skill dual class crystals as you rank up some of those champs and pull in some new ones as well. Payne sending over a banana, fully inflated banana this time, saying, so BG, if you ever get bored of this game and decide to stop, will you consider just doing another game since you have everything for it? I'll consider it, yeah, but I don't know, man. The stuff that I got, I was very careful to get things that I could use for other reasons outside of just like making video game based content. All the stuff can be used in other ways. I mean, it's just it's a very solid microphone that everyone uses for like podcasts and stuff. The camera, of course, you could use for anything else. So I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be like something game related. But I mean, I'm always going to love games, so maybe. The question is, am I going to enjoy making content for other games? And that I don't know. MCOC is really special in that it's like such a community-based game. And I'm sure there's going to be other community-based games. Don't get me wrong, but is the next game that I enjoy going to be one? Or is it going to be something that I just want to play and not make content for? I don't know. Because I'd say most games that I've ever played, I don't really want to make content for. It just... I mean, it was a total accident with this game because I wanted to make a stupid website. So, I don't know. But I would at least think about it. All right, anyway, on that note, it is going to be pretty late, guys. If you guys want to continue the party and continue talking about and maybe get a different perspective on some of the changes and updates and stuff like that, Abby Doe is kicking off his stream right now, so I'm gonna pop a link in the chat, and I think he has a new setup going. Actually, let me see. Oh, look at Abby Doe. He looks a lot more clear with the new camera setup and everything. New chair. Okay. I'm gonna go send him a couple messages. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow, probably daytime. I don't know for sure, but probably daytime to do a little bit of the Karina Challenge stuff. And if not, then I'll be back at night. Shout out to Davin Eaton for being tonight's biggest D. And just in general, thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something as well. No Arena Crystal after getting the units? Thought that was the rule? Ah, crap. Mike, you're totally right. But I already linked everyone to Abby Doe's, so I'll have to pop open extra tomorrow. You're totally right, though. I messed up. All right, good night, guys.